Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello. Hello, hello. Toy Story. Hey, hey. Me and you both. I'm so happy it's Friday. Hello. Eight, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hi there. Okay. I work in medical field. Do you have any sublimation transfers or ideas? I think I only have one, and it says not everyone wears capes, and it has like nurses. Y'all have more faith in it than I do. That's good. Okay, guys, so happy Friday. I'm happy everyone is here. Today we are going to be doing something different besides sublimation, and we're going to be doing some screen print transfers. I know you guys have decided that you wanted to have an option of screen print transfers, so I wanted to share all of the information I know, and that way you can pick and choose if you even want to do sublimation. I think it would be a really good way for you guys to branch off and try new things. So we're going to do two of these. This one is the Support Your Local Girl Gang, and then we have the Be Wild. So this is one. And then we're going to do some shirts for my company. I have a whole bunch of my logo made. So this is my logo, and we are going to be pressing those on some shirts that we picked out yesterday. Can you look into pins? Not sure if they make anything like that for sublimation. I can. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do is tell you guys the definitions and give you some insight on the difference between the two. I think that it would give you a better understanding of what sublimation is, and it will give you a better understanding of what screen print transfers are. I did see your email with the blinged circles. I saw them. So I'm going to look for those. The wallets have already sold out. I put them in yesterday, and I didn't expect them to sell out. I really thought, we would be okay. But I made the TikTok, and it just kind of went crazy from there. So we've already ordered more, and we ordered quite a few. So I'm sure those will be in the next couple of week, not weeks, but probably like the next week. They didn't take long to get here last time, so I'm hoping they will get here within a week or so. No, you cannot. Only sublimation. So I want to go over all of the definition, and then that way we can kind of understand it more together. Don't worry, I'll have more. So this shirt that I'm wearing is actually a screen print that I did. This is old. This is from last Thanksgiving, and no, I have not found any luck on finding the ceramic plates. I did look. So if you do have questions regarding sublimation, if you could hold off just for a little bit, so that way I can tell you guys the difference between sublimation and screen print. I do want to make sure I get this information out to everyone that came today for this live. So the shirt that I'm wearing is a screen print transfer shirt. I made this last Thanksgiving, and it's still it's holding up great. But the only downside is it does not infuse into the fabric. It only sits on top of the shirt. So that is the difference between screen printing and sublimation. But I do want to give you guys the textbook definition of it. So I'm going to read that off to you guys. Okay. So let's start with sublimation, right? Everyone knows about sublimation. It's kind of the hot new thing that you can do at home. But do you really know what sublimation is? Do you know the textbook definition of sublimation? So that is why I want to share it with you guys, because it is a really cool definition, and I'm pretty sure you're like, wow, I've never heard of that. So sublimation is a process that allows ink to go directly from a solid to a gas without permitting itself into the fibers of the polyester fabric. So basically you're doing a chemical change every time you do sublimation, and that's kind of crazy to think about, that you're pressing something at home and you're actually doing science, you know? So sublimation is dyeing the actual fabric. So you're not placing something on top. It's not vinyl. It's not screen printing. It's not DTG. It's infusing into the fabrics of the shirts. So with sublimation, you do know that you have to use at least 65% poly. You could go lower than that, maybe 50-50, but the best results, you're going to get 65 and up. Screen printing is not the same as vinyl, and I'm going to explain the difference. So when it comes to sublimation, you are limited to the amount of fibers you can use. You can't use cotton, at least 100% cotton. And with sublimation, you would have to have at least 50% polyester and 50% cotton, or the higher the polyester, the better the quality of the print. When it comes to different things such as like mugs or tumblers or keychains or different things like that, you would have to have a special coating on those items, and it's a poly coating on those items, so that way you can sublimate on them. So you're dyeing that polyester coating, you're dyeing the ceramic, you're dyeing the keychain, because it has that type of coating. So when it comes to screen print transfers, I'm going to tell you the difference between that. So the screen print transfer, they look and feel just like vinyl, but they are made with ink. So it's made of a ink type of paint, and that's what it looks like. It looks like paint. And basically what they do is they screen print the transfer or the design that you're wanting onto a release application paper. So that way when you go to buy it, all you have to do is just lay it down on the shirt and then press it. Now, using screen printed transfers gives you versatility, because you can apply them to a variety of fabrics. So you can use cotton, you can use 100% cotton, you can use 100% polyester, you could use denim, you could use any type of fabric, really. I have heard that silk does not work. But if you're printing on nylon or jerseys, athletic wear, screen prints would probably be good for you. But it does have a downside. So the downside to screen printing is that you can fill the design. So it's not like you wouldn't be able to fill it. It's not going to infuse into the shirt. You will fill the design if you rub your hand across it. Now, if you rub your hand across a sublimation transfer on a shirt or a mug or a keychain, you're just feeling the object. There's nothing that you can feel towards your touch. So that is the pros and the cons. So pros of sublimation is that you can't feel it. It infuses into the shirt. It infuses into the substrate that you're using, and you won't be able to feel it. The downside to screen printing is that you would be able to fill it, and you can't screen print on a mug or a keychain or etc. So those are the downsides of screen printing. Now, the upside of screen printing is that you can use cotton. You can use 100% cotton. You can use silk. You can use jerseys or denim or 50/50s or whatever type of fabric you're wanting to use. But the downside of sublimation is that you can't. Sublimation, you have to use at least 50% polyester for the sublimation to dye, or you have to use a poly coating on your mugs or your tumblers or etc. So there are pros and there's cons to both, but that's why it's good to offer both in your shop, or at least give your customers the option to have both. Okay. So I thought this would be a really cool idea to share with you guys, the two screens that we're going to do today. So these are two that I purchased. These cost me about $1 each. They're very inexpensive, screen prints are, and they do come in a variety of colors. So another pro to screen printing is that screen printing prints white. So if you're wanting to do white, this screen has white. So as you guys know, if you're doing sublimation, if I wanted to go print a white design right now on my printer, I can't. Sublimation does not print white. So that is a downside to sublimation and a positive for screen printing. Are there different screens to get? Yep, you can go to any place such as Etsy or Google and type in screen prints, and I'm sure that you can find someone selling a whole bunch of different type of screens. What would be the washing instructions for the screen print? Always cold water. So always cold water when it comes to a screen print, and then just like a delicate cycle, and then obviously hang to dry, but if your customer doesn't hang to dry, they could do a low tumble. Right, and so when it comes to sublimation, you can print your things at home. So if I wanted to go print out a design or anything that I wanted to do, I could go print it out right now. With screen printing, you can't. With screen printing, you can't. There's not a screen print printer. You have to invest a lot of money into screen printing. You have to get a heating mechanism to do the screens. You would have to buy the release paper. You would have to buy the ink. You would have to buy the squeegees. There's so many costs when it comes to screen printing. So I did watch a video. I suggest you going to YouTube and checking it out. But there's a video on YouTube. Just type in how to make your own screen print transfers, and you'll see all the things that you have to buy. And it is very, it's not cheap. It's very expensive compared to sublimation. To set up, I would say, yep, sublimation is probably cheaper to set up and start than screen printing. Yep, so if you're wanting to do a custom screen print, you could go to Transfer Express. We talked about this a couple lives ago, but if you're needing to do custom transfers, you could go to Transfer Express. I had my logos printed, and they were able to print them out. So Transfer Express. Yep, and that's another thing. Someone mentioned that they want to throw out their Cricut. They get more screen prints for their money than vinyl. So if you bought a roll of vinyl at Michael's, we all know that the Caesar Easy Weed vinyl is probably $18 a roll, right? And you're only getting like 2 feet of vinyl. So for $18, you could buy 18 screen prints because they're usually about $1, maybe $2 a piece. So you would be getting a lot more for your money. And then same thing with sublimation. For $18, you could print a lot of sublimation transfers. So there's pros and cons to both, but I thought it would be a really good idea for us to check out how these turn out. And then we will pick the colors and then start doing some of the shirts that I want to make for like our merch shirts. Oh my, I think it was so expensive when I was thinking about it for a while. So Transfer Express, that's where I like to order custom ones, but $4 a piece is probably very expensive, but I'm sure that if you go to Etsy, you can find someone that's selling it for about $1. The ones I got, they're about $1 a piece. Is it softer than HTV? It is softer than HTV. Are these screen prints or sublimation? This is a screen printed shirt, and we're going to be working on screen prints. And guys, if you're interested in any of the places that I buy screen prints from, Elena has listed them down below. So please scroll through and find her comment, and she will tell you the names that I buy them from. Usually all of the ones that she named, except for Transfer Express, because they're going to charge you for custom work. But the Whiny Mom Creations and Backroad Transfers, they usually have really good sales, dollar transfers, a whole bunch of clearance items. They are really good about shipping. Their turnaround time is really good. So those are some that I have used, and they work well. The ones that I have tonight, they are from the Whiny Mom Creation. So if you're interested in them, definitely check them out. Okay, let's see what else. How did it take you? How Backroad Transfers and the Whiny Mom Creations, they usually have all of their things ready to ship. So if you're wanting it now, then you would be able to get them. You know, you just have to pay the shipping of whatever you want to ship it for. Screen printing is not vinyl. Screen printing is not vinyl. Vinyl you have to weed out yourself. Screen printing is not vinyl. Screen printing is a type of paint. Sublimation is an ink dye. So sublimation is a dye. So the ink that you put in your printers are dye. Whenever you put something on a shirt, you know you have to put it at least at 400 degrees. So you're heat pressing that dye because it's a heat activated dye. So you're dyeing a shirt. So sublimation is its own type of creation. It's a dye that you're creating. So once you print out something and you press it, you're dyeing that polyester coating. You're dyeing those shirts. When it comes to screen printing is not vinyl at all. Screen printing is paint. It's a certain type of special paint that you use to make the screen. So someone asked, what's a normal temperature for screen print? A normal temperature for screen print is usually about 325 degrees. With screen printing, it takes about 325 degrees, maybe 330, and you would press for about 25 seconds, maybe at the most. But it's very less than sublimation. So sublimation is always usually 400 degrees. And you're going to press for at least 60 seconds. When it comes to screen printing, you're going to do a lower temperature in less amount of seconds. So they come already, JMP 81611. They come already ready for you. So once you buy them, you just take them out of its packet, lay it on the shirt, and then press it. We're going to go over how to press them. We're going to make two, and we're going to do that in just a minute. So you would have to buy them. I do not make them. You have to purchase them. If you wanted to learn how to make your own screen print transfers, you're going to invest a lot more money into getting the screen print transfers materials and the certain things that you need, the equipment, than you would sublimation. Sublimation is just a printer and you print out what you want to print. For screen printing, you can't just buy a printer and print out screen prints. So you would have to purchase them or invest all the money to buying the ink, the squeegees, the screens. There's a lot of things that go into it, and it's very expensive. So if you're interested in making your own, I would suggest going to YouTube. But the cost-effective way is just to buy them. I mean, they're $1 a piece. Maybe they could go up to maybe $2 or $3. That's the highest I've seen them, but they're very inexpensive. My vinyl is not sticking. What temperature do you use? We typically don't use vinyl, but I can see what kind of shirt are you using. I love screen print. I just tried it this week. So much better than HTV and subbing shirts. Yep. So screen printing is not HTV vinyl. It is its own. It's its own. I can't really say exactly, but it's not vinyl. So heat transfer vinyl is heat transfer vinyl. And you buy that from the store. You have to cut it out with a machine, etc. When you get a screen print transfer, they are already weeded out for you. So all you have to do is lay it down and then press it. So there's no weeding. You can get different colors within the screen print, but it is not heat transfer vinyl. It is a certain type of paint that you use. Okay. Yes, we used to have all the equipment years ago, but I don't remember transfers. Do you still need VUT? I'm not sure what VUT is. Does it have to be put on a cotton shirt or no? Nope, you can use any type of fabric you want to use. I heard that silk is probably a little tricky, but you could use cotton shirts, you could use 50/50s, you could use hoodies, you could use denim. I mean, really anything. Butcher paper when you screen print. No, you do not need any type of Teflon sheet or anything like that when it comes to it when you initially press. Now, after, if you want to press again, then you would need to cover it up with a piece of butcher paper or Teflon to make sure it pressed down. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We have 2 to do, so let's go ahead and get started on the heat press. How do you store them? So say I printed out a screen print, a sublimation transfer right now. If I printed out a sublimation transfer right now, I could put it in a cellophane bag and then just store it away, and those last up to a year. Now, same thing with the screen prints. When the screen prints get to you, they're going to keep them in a cellophane bag for you, so you would just keep them there. What is the temp for screen printing? So it just depends, but usually it's about 325. You might be pressing for too long. Is it a cold peel? It will indicate which one, but usually it's kind of like, I wouldn't say all the way cool, but it's give it a couple seconds and then peel it off. Okay, so let's head over and do the 2 shirts. So we are going to heat up the heat press. Now we're only heating it up to 325 degrees, which is very, very low. As you guys know, with sublimation, you need at least 400 degrees. Let me see if I can pin this. It won't let me pin it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to heat this up to 325 degrees. Okay, so now it's heating up to 325 degrees. Why is sublimation sells for more if transfers are more expensive? What do you mean? Why is sublimation sells for more if transfers are more expensive? So I guess you're asking, why does a sublimation shirt sell more than a screen print shirt? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. So we're going to do about 7 to 10 seconds. So 325, 7 to 10 seconds. Okay. So I think that we could do, I don't know. So for this shirt, remember you guys said that you don't really like this shirt. Oh goodness, I've had to run my print head alignment about 5 times. Is that common? No. Do not keep running your print head alignment. You need to run a purge file. So head over to Google and type in purge file, CMYK, and print that out. Do not keep running print heads, because if you do, you could ruin your print head. So definitely make sure you print out a purge file first. So for this shirt, yes, he is sublimated shirt is more expensive than transfer one if second is more expensive to buy. I guess I'm not understanding. If the sublimated shirt is more expensive than transfer one, second is more expensive to buy. Well, when it comes to like this shirt, like this is a screen printed shirt, and I sold this the same amount as I sold a sublimation shirt. So I guess it's just really willing what you're wanting to pay and what you're wanting to sell your shirts as. No, I don't think that they're on Etsy. It's back road, not backyard. It's back road transfers, not backyard. So we're just waiting for this to... Yep, exactly. It's okay. I'm trying my best. Where can we purchase a custom screen print? Transfer Express. So for this shirt, this is a yellow, kind of like mustard shirt. We're going to use the Be Wild. I think this would look good on this. Can you do a video or speak more about purge files? I'm having issues with print head alignment. I can. Probably in the next coming days, or I'll make a video about it. But guys, so remember, if you're doing a print head alignment and you're missing just a couple of pieces, it's okay. It's never going to be 100% perfect. You get some people that get them 100% perfect, but when I started for both of my printers, they were not 100% perfect. If you're missing just a little bit of pieces, it's okay. Just go ahead and try to print out a page and see how it works. Heather, we have our own supplier, so if you're looking for shirts, you can purchase them from our website. Yep. So if you have just a little pieces missing, then just go ahead and print out a regular transfer, print a picture that you want, and you should be fine. If there's a lot of lines missing, then yes. Yeah. Definitely don't keep running the print heads. If it's just missing a little bit, then just print out a regular picture. But if you're trying to, like, if you're missing a lot of segments, or like all of your yellows missing or all of your blues missing, then I would suggest, printing out a purge. Okay, so for this shirt, we're going to do the Be Wild. And then for my heat press is at 300, so it's almost finished. It's been off for a while, so it was all the way cool, so it has to start over. And then this shirt, I think we could do the Support Your Local Girl Gang. So Support Your Local Girl Gang on the white. And then for the yellow, we can do Be Wild. What do you guys think? Is that good? Do you guys think that works? Okay. Which one do you want to do first? The yellow or the white? Personally, I want to do the white. I want to do the white first. Screen print in the yellow first. Okay, so we'll do the yellow first. Screen print and put on any material, and sublimation is for poly and poly blend, right? Yes, that is correct. Okay, so everyone, y'all want yellow first, so we'll do yellow first. That's fine. We'll do yellow first. And the great thing is that after we do this, I'm going to show you the difference between the two. So we'll do the screens, and then we'll do a sublimation shirt. So y'all want yellow first, we'll do the yellow. So I guess we could start going and laying this out. Yep, screens come in full colors. So this process right here is probably the same. This first process is probably the same as any other process. The first thing you want to do is, drum roll. Can anyone tell me what we do first? Lint roll, yep. I'm about to press while you do. This is my first one. I have a quicker press and smaller than yours. That's fine. So you guys are getting confused with vinyl. So vinyl, you pre-press to get moisture out. When it comes to screen prints, you do not have to do that. You can, but you don't have to. So with vinyl, you always want to pre-press your shirts, right? Because vinyl has a lot of moisture, and if you press your shirt and you didn't pre-press your shirt, the moisture can go under, and then that way the vinyl will start probably pulling up if you didn't do it correctly. When it comes to screen printing or sublimation, you don't have to pre-press. Nope, you do not have to pre-press with sublimation. If I pre-press the shirt at 400 degrees, and then I put my sublimation transfer on it while it's still hot. Sublimation is a heat activated dye, so with it being hot, the sublimation transfer could shift, and I could actually, you know, press the design even though there's no pressure. Okay. All right, here's the design. This is the one we're doing. Okay. As you can see, there's white. All right. Okay, so now it's lined up and it's ready. And now all we have to do is press. And we're gonna press for about 10 seconds, but I think I'm gonna do 15. Okay, and that's it. Super easy. So it's still sticking a little, so let's do it one more time. So if it still sticks, you want to press it again for another 10 seconds or so. All right, let's see if that works. There we go. And here's the transfer, so there's nothing on the paper. But this is what I was saying. You can feel, right? You can feel it. So you can feel it. All right? Super easy, super fast. So remember, if you're doing multiple shirt orders and you're doing a lot of shirt orders, this would be, you know, besides sublimation, this could be another option that you do, right? Because you're only pressing for 7 to 10 seconds, you're ripping it off and moving to the next shirt. No pre-pressing, none of that. I do not make the screen prints, I only purchase them. If you wanted to learn how to make your own screen printing, you would have to invest a lot of money into screen print materials and all of the equipment. So I would definitely suggest looking that up. Each print it could range from $1. I've seen some as high as maybe $3, but like this one on my shirt right here, this was like $1. So there's plenty of inexpensive screen prints. 325 seconds. Excuse me, 325 degrees for about 10 to 15 seconds. Yep. So it doesn't feel as hard as HTV. You can feel it, but it's not like, you can't, I mean, it's not like hard like HTV is. $325 for 10 to 15 seconds. So someone is asking about sublimation shirts. When it comes to sublimation shirts, you can use different colored shirts, but you would have to bleach them. If not, they would have to be a really light color, or you could use a white shirt. CraftyMom.2, you swear you don't see my comments? Okay. I'm sorry. There's so many comments, so let me see if I can scroll back and find your comment. I'm scrolling through to find your comment. What brand is your heat press? I can't decide on what to get. I have a Starcraft 15 by 15 heat press in the color mint. It will be really hard to find my heat press. They are all sold out, and you only can purchase them from resellers or authorized resellers of Starcraft unless someone has it and they're selling it to you. But they are, from what I know, they are all sold out right now. It was I think it was $380. So screen printing is a ink. It's like a paint, right? So it's not so much like an ink that you fill your printer with. It's more of a paint substance. And they create the transfer and they put it on this application paper and they sell it to you like this. So a screen print could get from $1. I bought this one for $1. The one that I just pressed is $1. So you could buy them for $1. Same thing as sublimation. Sublimation prints, you can get it for about $1. You could get it for about $2. It just depends on who you're purchasing them from. I do not use HTV paper. We do not use HTV paper. We use screen printing or we use sublimation. Elena has messaged everyone about the screen prints that I buy, so you can check out her comment. She has left a comment multiple times through the thread, so if you could just go to her name and find it, and she has listed it multiple times. Right, so the speedball paint, that's exactly what this is, but someone is making the prints and they're applying it to a transfer page for you to make yourself. Because that is something I would not want to invest in. I don't want to invest in all the different colors of the speedball paint. I don't want to invest in the equipment that you need for screen printing, so I would just go to someone and buy the transfers. Yep, we're going to do a sublimation press as well. Exactly. Okay. So here's the shirt that we did. Let's go ahead and do another shirt. So we're going to do another screen print, and then we're going to do a shirt that we're going to give away. And then we're going to do a sublimation shirt. A Cricut Easy Press can work for screen printing. They do not recommend it, but you can do it. I did it to make this shirt. You would just need a lot of pressure. So let's do our next one. The next one is support your local girl gang. And we're going to do this white shirt here. Okay, so now here is the second one we're gonna do. Ooh, have it upside down. Yep, you are correct. Janelle, you are correct. I've made shirts for probably 3 going on 4 years. No, I don't have the first shirt I made. I probably don't even want to see it. It's probably crap. Okay, so here is the next one that we're going to do. Support your local girl gang. Okay, so I just place the transfer on top of the shirt. My press is set to 325 degrees, and we're going to press it for about 15 seconds. Okay, that's it. The press is done. Now let's peel it off. There's your transfer. And there's the shirt. There you go. Super quick shirt, very easy. Yep, really cool. Okay, now we're going to do one more. And this is going to be in the giveaway. So the shirt that I was doing yesterday, I made a shirt for myself and you guys said you absolutely loved it. So I have a peach colored shirt and we're going to put my logo on it. It's a extra large. I didn't know which size to get, but I said to myself, well, you know, that way you could wear it to bed if you can't fit it. But the only way to get the giveaway, the next person that orders will get the shirt in their order and I will put this shirt in your order. So let's go get my screen prints. Let's lay this out. Okay. Here is the shirt. It's a Bella canvas. Okay, here's mine. Yep, you could sublimate on a light polyester shirt. If I wanted to, I really could sub on this, but we're not going to. We're going to do a screen print transfer. It's a full color screen print. This is about 48 polyester. So you can sub on it if you wanted to. But I definitely wouldn't suggest it. It's not going to last. You can't sublimate on like black. The only way to sublimate like on a darker shirt, like a purple or dark pink, you would have to bleach it. Okay, let's go ahead and press it. This is a screen print transfer. Okay, now with this one, since it's a full color, we're going to let it sit for a little and then peel it off. So it didn't look like it transferred. Didn't transfer, so I think it's because I didn't peel off the backing. So hold on a second. Yeah, I forgot. No, you have to. No, this is the side that you lay down. I had to remove the back. If I flipped it, it would be the reverse way. So you lay it down like this. Okay, there we go. There we go. I had to take off the backing. Not the wrong side. Screen printing is different from sublimation, guys. We already did. Okay, there we go. So now we're just going to let it cool for a second. Let it cool. It is not working. There we go. Then now you pre-press again. So now it's on the shirt. Now we pre-press again. And then you're going to press again for like another 10 seconds. So when you lay down the transfer, you're going to lay down the transfer that has the glue. So basically what it does is it has a transfer side and it looks like this, and then it looks like this, the color's on the front. So you want to lay the transfer down to where the color is facing you. There we go. So when it comes to full color like this, that's how they come. And there we go. So super cute merch shirt. Has the logo. It's a screen. They're going to be on sale really soon. So when I was doing the first one didn't transfer because I didn't peel off the backing. So when you take them out of the packaging, especially from Transfer Express, they're going to have like some type of backing on it. Just make sure you peel it off, and then once you peel it off, then it will work. So just again, when you lay the transfer down, I'm not going to press another one, but when you lay the transfer down, you lay it towards the color facing you. So you would lay it down like this, not this way. If you lay it down this way, then your heat press is going to get the screen. So always make sure it's the opposite way. So place that down and then press it. And there we go. What is the white table you have the heat press on? It's an IKEA table. No, so the ones I did earlier came from a different supplier. These came from Transfer Express. So with Transfer Express, those are like commercially made. So that's why they look like this. So a regular transfer will be like on a white application. They use this clear application. That's clear. So that's the only reason why. And it had like a piece of paper stuck to the back and I didn't see it. So when I pressed it, it didn't do anything. So just cut it, make sure the backing's off, and then you will be fine. Okay, so someone is saying I'm not answering. Guys, I can only do so much at one time. I'm trying to press a shirt. I can't read when I'm pressing. So if you want to message me and I don't get to you, feel free to email me. I can't read every single question and answer them and try to do a shirt at the same time. So if I could read all the questions in press, I would definitely do that, but I can't. So please, if you need to ask me a question and I don't get to your question, just email me. I promise I email back. Just don't think I'm, not trying to answer your questions. There's a lot of people in here and all of your questions come up at the same time. So I can't get to every single person. So a lot of you are asking about the heat press. I'm going to go over it again. We've been over it a couple of times already. But this is called a Starcraft heat press. It's a 15 by 15 in the color mint. I bought it from a reseller, an authorized reseller of Starcraft here in Georgia. When you want to purchase this, you can't go to Amazon. They're not going to be on Amazon. And if you do find it on Amazon, it's more than likely one person selling the heat press that they have. These are only made in limited amounts, so you have to pre-order or order directly from a reseller in your area. So I don't know where you could purchase it locally, but if you go to Starcraft's website, they could tell you all of the authorized resellers of the heat press, and you can purchase from them. But they have to be an authorized reseller of Starcraft to even sell the press. And from what I know is that they are sold out right now. Thank you, Whiny Mom Creations. Okay, so now we are going to do a sublimation shirt. And you guys know that the sublimation requires you to go to 400 degrees. So we were doing screen prints at 325 degrees. We need to set it to 400 degrees. So we're going to set it to 400 degrees here. That way it can heat up. And for the shirt, I have an order for a shirt, so I'm going to do the shirt that I have an order for. All right, so now it's heating up to 400 degrees. Yep. Sublimation can be done with the easy press, but it is not recommended, but you can do it. You would just need a lot of pressure. You got to use your body weight. So we are going to do a shirt that I have an order for one of my customers, and then I'm going to show you the difference between the screen and then the sublimation shirt. Now, we already saw a difference, first of all, and that first one is that for screen prints, we were doing 325 degrees, but for sublimation, we have to make it go all the way up to 400 degrees. So that is a big difference when it comes to degrees. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Screen prints are usually 325, and then sublimation is 400. All right, so let's flip it. Okay, let me see. Let me see who got the shirt. So the customer wanted this Mama Life shirt. So we're going to make this. So Mama Life, and let's go to silhouette. So it's a medium-sized shirt. So we know that it needs to be at least a 10-inch or 10.5-inch design. So that's going to bring us to like an 11 by 17 paper. So let's delete this. I might keep these little freebies down there. Okay, so let's pull up the file for the Mama Life. That's the one that she wants. Okay, so this is the design that she wanted when it loads. This one right here. So the first thing we're going to do is change this size to a 10.5 by 10.5. And we're going to make it fit that box. And I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to mirror. And we're going to have to flip it so that's on its side. We're going to do a medium shirt. So the design is going to be about a 10.5 inch design. Yes, so whenever you get a green tone, you have to press longer, and then if you get a brown tone, then you need to press less. So let me go ahead and print this out. For this design, we have to use the 15,000, so I'm going to load in a sheet of 11 by 17 paper to the 15,000. Okay. Bring you guys over to the 15,000. Okay. This is the paper that I use. Text Printer. The link is in my bio if you're wanting to use this type of paper. And the size I'm using is 11 by 17. I'm going to change the paper size on the printer. Okay, and then we're going to hit print. Yes, so the white side is going to be facing you. Hey girl, just now joining. I ordered yesterday and got shipping message today. Yes, that is great. Could this be done on a smaller printer? You could, but you would have to print it in multiple pieces. And I'm unsure how to do that. So you could print it on the 2720 or a smaller printer. I just don't know how to split the image. No, we do not sell the screen prints, unfortunately, but we're working on getting that. My package got delivered today, and I'm going to make the stuff tomorrow. Great, Panda. Can you send me an email when you're done? It's a little harder. Just join. What are you working on today? Well, we just finished screen print transfers, and now we are doing a sublimation shirt. You did. You know you did. It's going to be too big for you, though. You know that. I have the 2720 Epson. The printer won't print any bigger, right? It's only going to print 8.5 by 14. So this prints longer, not wider. This prints longer and wider. You're welcome. Just got done with my first screen print. I started when you did your first one. Stupid easy press. You're welcome. Right, tech kids. So we're going to put this on a medium shirt. This is what she requested. We do have the 100% polyester shirts in stock, so if you're needing any, we have a whole bunch. We just got a lot in today. Awesome. Hello. So if anybody that's just joining, we just finished a screen print transfer, and now we are doing a sublimation transfer. And then once we're done with the sublimation shirt, we're going to talk about the conference, the seminar. So I have to ask you guys a lot of questions. I got my printer from a store in Connecticut. I had it shipped to me. I think it was Office Depot, and they shipped it to me. PNG files. It's almost done. Boom. There we go. I called one in Florida and they had it, but they didn't ship it to me. I'm sorry. So there's the print. It looks super cool. And then here's some freebies. We don't like to waste paper. Now let's go to the press. Okay. So now we're at the press. It's already heated up to 400 degrees. And this is going on a white shirt. So we have to put butcher paper in between the shirts. So there's the first difference, right? With the screen print transfer, when we did the shirt, we didn't have to put butcher paper on the inside of the shirt or on the outside of the shirt. When it comes to sublimation, you have to put one on the inside and on the outside because the sublimation is an ink, so it can transfer to your platens. Okay. How long after you print a sub does it have to be pressed? You can press immediately. All right, so we put the butcher paper on the inside of the shirt. And now here's the most important part when it comes to a white substrate, lint roll. You have to lint roll when it comes to a white substrate. If you don't, you have to lint roll really with anything, but when it comes to white, you really want to make sure you lint roll multiple times because if not, the lint will turn blue. And that's a lot of lint off of just that one roll. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a lot of lint. So we're going to lint roll again, just to be safe. So now what we're going to do is cut the transfer off. Any tips to heat press a hoodie? Mine keeps getting black. I would suggest getting a heat gun to see what temp your heat press is, because if it's burning it, then it's probably not the correct temperature. Okay. I'm just moving the butcher paper. Okie dokie. Piece of heat tape on one side. Another piece of heat tape on the other side. You don't need a lot. Now you need another piece of butcher paper on top. Then you're going to press for 60 seconds. So much harder. Well, I wouldn't say harder, but just a lot more steps than screen prints. Not on the bottom platen, but just inside of the shirt. Yeah, I crease the shirt, and then you just, I'm sorry, but I've been doing shirts for so long, so I kind of just know where to place them. But a good guide is on my Facebook group. I have a guide to share how to size and then put it down. Awesome. I think we didn't. Are you trying to do a full bleed for the shot glass? All right, it's done. Okay, first piece of butcher paper. There you go. So just a little bit more steps, right? Oh, press it the opposite way. So instead of the hoodie going inside the press, have the hood hanging offside. So press it the opposite way. And here's the shirt. Mama Life. Really big shirt. And a big design. Yes, it's the goof proof. The pressure or the heat tape they're using is not the correct heat tape. 400 degrees for 60 seconds. I know it looks really sparkly, doesn't it? No, it just looks glittery. There's no glitter in it. The design is a glitter, so it looks like it's glitter. We sell the shirts, so if you're needing any type of white polyester shirts, we sell them in our shop. I have not used laminated sheets to use anything, to sublimate anything. So if you have a press line and you want to get it out, as soon as you tear off the transfer, lint roll real quick and it'll make the press line go away. And these are 100% polyester. So the design is infused into the shirt. You can sublimate on darker colors. You would just need to bleach or use a easy subli or white glitter vinyl. This is 100% permanent. So you can wash this 1,000 times and it will be there forever. Unlike screen printing, unlike vinyl, sublimation dyes the fabric. They're about $20. If you want them blank, they're like $6 to $8 depending on the size. But if you want me to create the shirt for you, they're about $20. And that is it. So definitely difference, right? Do you guys see the difference? For those of you who stuck with me since we started with doing the screen prints and doing the sublimation shirt, do you guys see the difference between screen printing and sublimation? It is a difference. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand the difference and see how it could help you, or if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. But it is a good option to have. So sublimation is 100% permanent and you can't feel it, right? It dyes the fabric. I can answer some questions, but I typically like to leave that on the buy-in. I've been wanting to try sublimation, but what program can be used? I like Cricut. Use Silhouette Studio. I'm scared. I need the bigger printer now. What do you want to know about the hydros? The hydro bottles? I think they're 32 ounce, actually. I don't even think they're 30 ounce. I think they're 32 ounce. And I have questions too for you guys. We can't use the tumbler press with them, right? You could, but you would just have to press them in multiple presses. Yes, the Canva video will be on YouTube. Coming tomorrow, probably. Okay, so first question. Okay, so I have some questions. So we've been talking about, is Courtney still here? I don't know if Courtney's still here. But we've been doing, we've had some feedback that we want to do a seminar or like a craft fair show type thing. And you guys are interested in doing something like that. So I have a couple of questions and I just want to see what your opinions are, and we'll go from there. We've been talking about it, so I want to get your feedback. So the date, it would definitely have to be July or later. So is there a certain date that you guys think will work? Would you rather come at the end of July, or would you like to come in like August? I would need to know like a date range that you guys are interested in. Mid-July. July is perfect. July is perfect. Okay. Mid-July. Okay. Okay. I would love to come, but definitely July. Before school starts again. Got it. So July. Okay. July. So I guess we figured out the date. So July. Obviously after 4th of July, so like a mid-July, like you guys are saying. So mid-July. Okay. So mid-July. So definitely on the weekend, right? So we're going to do like a Saturday, Sunday thing, or Friday, Saturday. Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. Okay. 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 And okay. So the next thing I would ask is that if you guys are going to be coming and traveling to Georgia, are most of you going to be flying or are you going to be driving? That's one question. Fly, 2 drives, driving. Okay, so a mix. Okay. Now, the second thing, yeah, Elena, you would definitely need to fly. The next thing is the price range. So, are you guys wanting me to just host the event and then, just put on the event and you guys come? Or are you wanting to, because me and my husband, we were thinking that we want to do a whole, like, conference. So we provide the room, the food, the crafts, etc. And that is all like a package bundle. So are you wanting all of that, or do you want to find your own room and your own, etc.? Because we would do like a package. So we would get a cost down to where it's this much and that's all you have to pay, and the only thing you would have to worry about when you got here are any souvenirs, any type of food if you don't like the food we provide, and then also your own transportation. Not getting to and from places, but just your transportation here and going home. So we would provide like the hotel, the food, all of that. So a package, okay. Now, for this package, what is something that you guys are wanting to, okay, so let me just say this. It's going to sound a little blunt, but I don't mean it that way. What is something that you want to stay in price range of, right? Because a lot of people, wouldn't be able to afford X amount of dollars right now, right? So we were thinking that we would be able to give you guys a beginning date of when you can start paying and then an end date of when you can stop pay. And we would put it on the website, the ticket on our website, and that way you could use Sezzle. Right? So Sezzle would be an option, but we would have to have a strict start day and a strict cutoff day. So if you don't make it in between there, then you would not be able to do it. But if we put those tickets on our website, you would be able to purchase through Sezzle. So is that something that would be good for you guys that you would want to do? So that way, if you can't afford $300 right now, I'm not saying that's the price, but you would have time to pay it off over time. So that way you don't have to pay a big chunk of money right now if you can't afford to do it. So Sezzle is definitely a good thing, right? Okay. All right. Food. So would you guys, when it comes to, so room, food, and travel. So I would not provide the travel. I would not provide the ticket, or if you're driving, right? Because some people are going to be driving and then some are going to be flying. So I would not provide transportation here or home. that would be your only expense to yourself. Now, when it comes to when you get here to Georgia, we would provide you the room, food during the event, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then transportation, you know, if we go anywhere. And that's like where I'm going with my next thing. So when it comes to food, I don't have a ballpark cost. We are just getting ideas because we're going to start planning it out, but we're going to see if it's even feasible for us to even do it, you know, in a short amount of time. Yep. So you would have your own room. So that's one of the things. You would have your own room. But we want to talk about food. So, of course, we want to do the breakfast option. So the breakfast would be provided, and then we would be doing the seminar, and then there would be like a snack, right? A snack break time, and then we would have lunch. So when it comes to lunch, are you guys wanting to like go sit down, or are you wanting to do like a catering type of thing to where like a Georgia, you know, a lot of people, I don't know if you've been to Georgia before, but we have restaurants that you don't have up north or etc. So we could cater some things like that for lunch. And then for dinner, I was thinking it would be a cool idea that we go to a restaurant as a whole. So together. So catering for lunch, you know, and then for dinner, we all go to dinner together. So, of course, you'll have breakfast. Breakfast is usually provided by the hotel. And then for snack, you know, it would just be a snack. Lunch would be like catered. And then dinner, I would think that it would be good for us to go to dinner. And that's where transportation would be provided. If we go to somewhere off of the conference part, we would make sure you have transportation. Unless you have your own car, you would have transportation to go to the restaurant that we're going to for dinner. None. we don't have any. Our governor, he has lifted everything up like nothing's ever happened. So we don't have any. Of course, we would, you know, limit it to where it's in a certain amount of restrictions on how many people can purchase a ticket, how many people will be there, etc., mask, all that good stuff. But yes, so the restrictions for us is none, but will we still follow them? Yes, we'll still follow them. So, hey, wait, so is Real Talk Kim in Georgia? I don't even know what that is. I'm not sure. Is that a show or a radio show? Okay, so the food. And then, like, are you guys wanting to do, like, a restaurant you've never been to before type of thing? Or are you wanting to do a restaurant that you all know? Because I know of restaurants that you guys know, but are you wanting more like comfort food to where like you guys would know something off the menu? Or are you wanting to try something new and like try different things while you're here? Because you are on a vacation, right? Okay. So like Southern soul food type of places. Okay. So I don't want to, and then I want to make sure that there's options and then, you know, vegan, etc. Okay. Now, let's talk about another thing, too. Let's talk about the projects we're wanting to do. Okay? So, of course, we will provide all of the blanks and all of the transfers, etc. So, we would provide all of that stuff. Now, when it comes to the blanks, how long per day are you guys wanting to craft? Are you wanting it to be 8 hours a day to where we're there from like 9 to 5 and we're just crafting and doing our thing and crafting? That way after 5 you can, you know, have time, go to your room, relax, and then we all go to dinner? Or are you wanting it to be like 6 hours? So that way you guys could still explore and go do what you want to do in Georgia. Are you wanting it to just be 8 hours, or are you wanting it to be 6 hours? I think those are 2 good times. I just need to know how many projects we can get into. At least for 8 a.m. to 12 or 6. I think 6 hours would be great. Yeah. 6. Okay. And then that way, if you have your car, or if you want to go shop, exactly. You want to go do something and you have, you could go do that. Right? Okay. So 6 hours. Now, how many projects would you guys feel like you would, if we say this is the price for the whole seminar, how many projects are we going to do on that Friday and then that Saturday? How many projects are you wanting to do in total? Do you want to do 4 each day? 4 in that 6 hour time period, 3 in that 6 hour time period, or 4 each day? Because we're going to have 2 days, so we're going to do completely different things. So I want to make sure that everyone will be able to learn to do the project, right? Because it's going to be hands-on. So we're going to be hands-on. We're going to do it together. So I want to make sure that everyone would have, 3, 4. So we're thinking 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Right. So like Elena said, so 2 big projects. The big projects would be, 2 smaller projects would be like a keychain and a wristlet. And then the big projects would be a mug and a tumbler. Right? And then for the next day, we would do a tote bag and a koozie. And then the next day, we would do a sippy cup and a bleach shirt or something like that. So like 2 smaller projects and then 2 big projects to kind of work your way up. Because some of the people that are going to come to the conference, yes, you know how to do sublimation, but you may have never did this project before. So I want to get the idea of what type of projects you're wanting to do. So definitely we're going to be doing tumblers, right? We all want to do a tumbler. We're all doing the tumblers, right? So I wrote down some ideas for what we could do. Mugs, keychains, tumblers, a shirt, a hoodie, I don't know, a tote bag, a koozie, a mouse pad, like things like that. So like two smaller projects, 2 bigger projects, and then 4 in that day. So we would do 4 in that 6 hour period. Everyone will get a chance to do it. And then the next day, again, 2 smaller projects, 2 bigger projects with a snack and like in between, and then a lunch. So it would start, right. So it would start in the morning. We come in, do our thing, do the 2 smaller projects, have a snack, around 11 or, around 10, and then have lunch, around 12, 1, and then we would be released, and then we would do dinner. So that way from there, after the seminar, you would be able to go and do whatever you wanted to do, come back, meet us, and we will go to dinner together. Of course, there's going to be prizes, there's going to be raffles, there's going to be giveaways, all that good stuff. We would definitely have goodie bags. So we would do the goodie bags for everyone. So you would have like a big package that you would take home with you, or like a gift bag. If you can't, then we would send it. But I want to give you like a gift bag so that way you have everything you want. And then like the merch shirts. So we were talking about like diplomas and like a merch shirt that you would have, and like different blanks that you could take home. And we were thinking of something else that we could do. I'm not going to tell you. So one more question I have is, are you wanting to do, we were thinking about like computers. So would you want me to have my computer and have it on a, projector, and that way you guys can see? Or are you wanting to bring your own and do it while I do it? Right? So you bring your laptop or you bring your iPad and then you work on it while we're working on it together. So that way you don't miss a step or you learn how to do it, etc. Both. Okay. Right. So have that option. So if you would want to bring your laptop, you could bring it. If you didn't want to, we would have it projected, you know. Yep. Okay. And then the next question I have is regarding like transfers. Okay. So let's say that we have X amount of people coming. You guys know that sublimation transfers take a long time to print, right? So I have thought about that while we're doing projects. And of course we could gang up the sheet and we could have it print. Now, some projects I could just print them there, but I want to give you guys the options to make things that you would be able to take home with you, right? So I was thinking that, let's just say Elena's coming to the conference. She's already paid. She's set. I'm going to email Elena. Hey, Elena, these are the projects we're making. Can you send me photos if you're wanting specific photos or different prints that you want? So that way I could pre-print everything and have it kind of like in a folder. So that way you could have all of the prints. So that way when it's time to make your things, you have what you want to use. Or I could make random prints so that way you guys could pick. Is that something that you guys want? Because if you're going to make a shirt, I want you to make a shirt that you're going to wear, right? I don't want to just pick a design that you may not like and then you don't like it. So I think a good idea would be, of course. So I would print ahead for you, right? Print ahead. But then we would also have just like extras or, you know, whatever ones. So if you don't like the ones you have, then you can choose something else, right? Yep, you send me, so after you confirm and you pay, then you would send me all of the images. I'm going to say, hey, we're going to make a tumbler, we're going to make a mug, we're going to make a keychain, we're going to make a mouse pad, we're going to make a tote bag, all of these things, and you would decide, hey, I want to use these prints. And you would send me the pictures and then I would print them. So I like that idea, but then I think while we're there too, I will have like a bin of like a little folder of other sublimation transfers in different sizes. So that way you guys could, you know, pick and choose from there too. True. But, you know, some people don't have the sub printer. That's a bigger printer, etc. Or if you wanted to just bring your own prints, I tell you what we're making and you want to print your own prints, I could say, hey, do you want me to print it for you or do you want to print it yourselves? You have what we're making and I tell you the measurements and then you know what to bring, right? I think that's a good idea too. But if we're doing like a shirt and you want it to be like a 12-inch design and you don't have a bigger printer, then I could print it for you. You know what I mean? And I think the last thing is like Q&A. So are we wanting to do like a Q&A, like take a designated hour for just questions, just like any questions, we all could talk and just have questions? Okay, so like a designated hour, like maybe one snack time, during snack time we would have that. A 4760 is a good printer to make shirts. You are limited to size. The size that you could print is 8.5 by 14. We can do that over dinner too. Exactly. How would the heat press process work? Will you have multiple presses available? Yes. We would have multiple presses available. Right. We would have multiple presses. We would have our tumbler press, we would have the mug press, we would have the convection oven all set up, everything all heated up. We would have everything ready. My printers would be there. And then just in case, you know, say we needed to print an extra print. But that's why I want to pre-print, so that way we don't have to worry about that. But of course I would bring one just in case we needed to print something again. But yes, heat presses would be set up. I'm thinking of a number of how many people are really going to come. And that number, we would divide it so that way we have enough heat presses. So it would be like 2 people at a time pressing their shirt, or 3 people at a time pressing their shirt, or etc. You know, so like multiple people doing the project at the same time. So we'll learn how to do it, and then you guys would come up, take your transfer, do it, and then press it, and then the next person will come up, do their own, etc. So kind of like a hands-on thing. No. As long as it just says Epson. Exactly. The sunflower necklaces, they've already been ordered. It's going to take about a week. So I should have them in about a week. Yep. Okay, well, you guys gave me enough to run with, so we are going to be working on it this weekend and figuring everything out. Of course, we're going to give you like blanks and merch and all that good stuff, but I just want to make sure that you guys feel like you're getting what you're paying for, right? So that's why I'm asking like how many projects you want to do. What do you think is going to be a good number for the days, for the price, what you're getting, right? So if you're going to pay this price, I want you to feel like, yeah, when I left that seminar, I got exactly what I wanted, right? I don't want anyone to feel like they paid for it and they didn't get what they want out of it. All right. Well, this has been very helpful. I'm happy we were able to do this little Q&A. So we're going to get started on it. Yeah. Yeah, but they would have to pay for the event if they're going to be to the event. If they're not going to come to the event, then no. Right. So the price would be a bundle price. So the package price would be, yeah, like if they're coming to the event and they're wanting to learn how to do sublimation, then yeah, they would definitely pay. But if they're just like your husband and he's going to go do whatever he wants to do and not be bothered with you and your crafts or etc., then no. You know what I mean? I think it would be awesome for everyone to meet. Yep. Yep, me too. And I think it would be good too to like do the Q&A and just ask any question. Like it doesn't have to be, you know, just towards a husband meet, right? It doesn't have to be just for sublimation, you know. Honestly, truly, in my opinion, out of everyone that said they're wanting to go, I think 10 to 15. That is like my head. Am I going to get that? I don't know. But I think at least 15. I mean, it's my first time ever doing something like this, so I'm not expecting like a really big turnout. But I think like 10 to 15 people. I think that's a good number. I think that's a good number. Right. 20 is a lot. And then that's the thing too. I have to think about COVID. So the COVID thing, I think 20 is like pushing it, especially with the conference. I think it's still limited to like 10 to 15 people in a gathering. So I have to think about that. But I think it's a good number to start because like I said, there's 40 people in here. Only about 10 people are really even interested, right? But hey, even if 5 people come, even if 2 people come, even if one person comes, it is fine, you know? Yeah, there's no travel restrictions coming to Georgia, so you don't have to worry about that. But I think this is good. Where in Georgia? I don't know. Definitely in a really nice area. I think in a very nice area. I live in Woodstock area. So it's about 30 minutes from downtown. Definitely don't want to do something downtown, but I want to do something like, I don't know, either like in Alpharetta, like a really nice area, or like closer to like Midtown or something like that. So a nice area. I don't know yet though. Oh. We are working on, yes, Rebecca from 90 Days Fiancé. Yes, she is here. She lives like super close. Girl, I'm close to Calhoun. We're gonna plan a conference, so like a seminar. I don't know. Okay, so that's another question. What should we name it? What should we name the seminar? What should we name it? The Heat Press Conference. No. Peachtree University. Oh, I noticed you changed your logo, by the way. Peaches Conference. Peachtree Crafters. Peachtree United. I don't know which one I should name it. I think I should just put Peachtree Market Co. Seminar. That's kind of lame, but... I don't know. And of course, you'll get like blanks and goodies and freebies and all that stuff. Yep. Peachtree Peeps. Peachtree Market Co. Craft Seminar. Yeah. You need to get a bunch and put them in a hat and draw. First annual. Peachtree 101. That's a good one. It's our first one. So Peachtree 101. That's cute. I like that. Okay, well, we're going to get on it and try it and see what we can do. And like I said, even if just one person comes, that would be great. So, I truly don't mind. You know, we'll set a number, but it's just a goal, right? And if we can't reach it, then it's okay. We can do it. We need t-shirts. Yep, I have a whole like list of things that I want to get like my logo on and like, you know, give to you guys as like merch bags and like your diplomas and like all that stuff. Name badges you're gonna have. I was thinking about it all night. Alrighty, guys. I doubt it. I truly. I think big Peachtree logo on the back of the peach hoodie would be so cute. What if you get 20 that want to come? Then we would do 20. Question, have you ever thought about doing a Zoom boot camp? No, I haven't. That would be cool. And it's lucky for you because, like, see, I have to think about that. The people that live in Atlanta, I mean, you don't need a room unless you wanted the room, right? So that's something, like, I would have to talk to them individually about. Because if the hotel is 2 hours away, then you probably want to stay in the room. What, like just doing it on Zoom? And like send all of your and the merch bag, send all of that stuff to you, send the merch bag, the shirt, all that, and then send all the blanks to you that we're going to do, and then would you print out the transfers, or would you want me to print out the transfers for you and send all of that out, and then we all get on a Zoom call and do it like that? That's a good idea. But I want to meet you guys. I think if we can, if we, this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. If we can get a good price and figure this out and get it as a reasonable price, then we would do it. But if we can't and we have to do it as a seminar online, of course the cost is going to be way cheaper. But I think that would be an alternative. So the really good thing is that we have time to plan, you know? We have time to plan, but we got to get started now. I have to get started doing it now. I have to do it now. And I think if I can do it, if I can get it done, then we would meet in person. That would be our first option, because I really want to meet you guys. I want you guys to meet me. You know, it's kind of weird. You know, I'm the only one speaking right now, and you guys are just texting and typing. It would be great to meet you in person, so that way you guys could, you know, get to know me. We could get to know each other, right? And it's about connecting and meeting a family, right? That we grow together. But like I said, the deadline's coming up, so I got to get on it like yesterday. So that would be our first one. Our first one would be, let's do the conference, but if we can't, then we could plan like a Zoom thing. Yep. Exactly. Yep. So we're going to get started. We already wrote the list down of all of like my ideas. It looks like crap, but yeah, that is something that I would definitely think about. Yep. Yep. All right. So I'm going to, as soon as I get off live, I'm going to go talk to my husband about it. And I think we'll just get started and like talk about, you know, different ideas, where we're going to stay, where we're going to go, etc. Right, so I think we have a plan A. Plan A is obviously meet all of you guys, have you guys come here. But plan B, if that doesn't work and it can't work, or we can't get the price to where it's good, then I think that the Zoom would be good. I know. Negotiation. My husband's a great negotiator. I think conference for the ones who want it and Zoom for the ones who can't make it. That I'm going to have to think about, because it's going to be hard to keep up with the Zoom while we're doing in person. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't be able to stop and wait for the Zoom. So we could have it Zoom, right? We could have the Zoom playing and the people there. But how would we get them to be on the same page? You know what I mean? So that would be something like, it would only be like they're live streaming the crafting seminar. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like they could craft along with us, but my attention would probably be like more towards the people that are in front of me. Yeah, I think that would be a little lot. And then especially like the different times, the day is going to be a 6-hour day, etc. I think it would be cool to live stream it, yeah. But I don't know about having it to do. Aw, thank you. All right, guys. So, oh, not the same week. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll write it down. That's something I got to think about, because it's a good idea, but I'm thinking that's like plan B if we can't do plan A. Yeah. I'm going to try. If I can't make it work, then we'll go to plan B. But plan A is definitely where I want it to be, because like I'm thinking of like guest speaker, you know, and like You know, because if you guys don't know, we have a lot of Georgians who are in the sublimation world, and they're in the forefront. They're in the forefront. You know who they are. They're pretty big. So I could get like a guest speaker. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things. So we're going to plan it. We're going to start like right now. Right. I don't know. I'm just manifesting. I'm just manifesting. I don't know. Don't say that. But I'm just manifesting. There's a lot of people in Atlanta that do sublimation, and they have big names. So that would be cool if we could maybe get a guest speaker, you know, something cool like that. I don't know. But I'm going to try. Right? So I'm excited. Yeah, I am. Girl, you got to put it in the universe. I know. I'm manifesting. I don't know. I feel like I'm like this compared to like, you know. Girl, there ain't no celebrities coming. Can you have a heat press company to come and see if they can bring their presses for us to use? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know of a heat press company that's in Atlanta. I know places that sell heat presses, but I don't know. Good question. I'll think about it. All right, guys, I'm about to get off. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We went over sublimation and screen printing and the difference. So I really do hope that you learned a lot. I really would hope that you took something from this live, and the seminar, we'll see what we can do. I definitely want to get it at a reasonable price for you guys. Of course, we'll still offer Sezzle, but I want to get it at a good price. So if I can't get it to that price, then we'll move to like plan B, but I think that would be good. And I hope you guys do learn a lot from me. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you guys do learn a lot from me. I really do. I really, yes. It's going to be on YouTube. So I think tonight I'm going to have my phone set up to my computer so that it can download. I don't know if you guys have a YouTube channel, but y'all, YouTube, it really takes so long for a video to upload. Like, it takes hours for YouTube videos to upload. So with it being so long, it takes forever. Sezzle is basically a way for you to say you wanted to buy something for $100 on my website, and you couldn't pay the full $100. You could check out with Sezzle, and that way you could pay it in 4 payments. So instead of paying that full $100, you could pay for it in 4 payments that are equal to $100. So $25 a piece in like 4 weeks. So that way you don't have to pay everything right now. Sezzle is a great thing. Yeah. And it doesn't run your credit. It doesn't do any of that. So it's just a payment that they'll charge to your card. It's really cool. Yeah, they have an app. All right, guys. Well, I'm headed off. If you have any questions, just please know you know where to reach me. Email me, message me, etc., and I will get back to you. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I will respond as soon as I can, okay? I'm about to go so that way I can tell my husband all of our ideas. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.